What's going on YouTube? Rylan here from the Garage Gym, and today I'm excited because a lot of people have asked for this one. We are reviewing the Roller J Cup from Irwin Fitness. So stay tuned for this. I'm going to tell you everything about it. Hey, welcome back, and if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. What we do here is we just review equipment that I've bought over the past year building our garage gym, and I buy stuff, I use it, I try to get a good feel for it, and then I give you guys back feedback. And what I don't do is I don't take on free equipment, and I'm more interested in buying equipment and working with companies that I believe in and that make good quality equipment. And today we're talking about Irwin Fitness. Now, if you've never heard of Irwin Fitness, it's a company out of Canada, in the province of Manitoba. Don't ask me where that is. These guys basically were born out of necessity during the pandemic. A lot of people were coming to them and asking for equipment, and there just isn't a lot of suppliers in Canada. It's very hard to get equipment in Canada, so out of necessity, they started building equipment, and they build handmade, custom fabricated equipment. It's very high quality, and since they started, the company's been growing very fast and definitely worth checking out. I'm Canadian, I'm from Canada, so this company really interested me, and when I saw their Roller J Cups come out, I knew I had to have a set of those. They just looked badass, and I wanted to try them out. So today, I've got them in the gym. I've been using them for about a month now. I've been putting them through their paces. I'll show you some pictures. They are beat up. I have been using them. So why would you need a Roller J Cup? What's the advantage? And I have been using the Titan Roller J Cups for a good 8 months or more now, and I really like the roller advantage. And what it is it allows you to set up the bar, move it around a little bit, not a ton, but just enough to get yourself centered when you're doing your lifts. Particularly where I find it really convenient is when you're doing squats. It's nice to be able to move that bar around, or even shoulder press. It's a huge advantage, and if I'm not using my Rogue monoliths on bench, I mean 100% of the time I'm going to be using some sort of Roller J Cup usually, and these are my go-tos now. So the Titan rollers have pretty much retired, and these are my go-tos. So that's the advantage to the Roller J Cup. It allows you to position the bar, get it centered where you want it. Now, particularly, let's talk about these guys here. And I'll pull this one off. We'll talk about the build quality, and the best way to describe these and the build quality, and I'll show you more detailed pictures in the B-roll, but here's a good example. The weight on these is about 12 pounds per J Cup, and that is significant. So what's the comparison now? Okay, 12 pounds per J Cup. Okay, so a set of Titan Roller J Cups for a set is 9 pounds. So a set of these is 24 pounds versus 9 pounds. You can guess which one's going to be stronger and better built. These things are built like a tank. They are way overbuilt. They are really, really nice. And there is UHMW everywhere. One big thing that I see on a lot of J Cups and in general is they skip the UHMW on the front face. I think that's the most important place to have it. And That's really important, and it's not on a lot of other J-cups, it's on these. And when I show you some pictures, you'll see that I have scuffed it up pretty good with the bar, hitting the bar on there. So they have UHMW front, they have it on the back plate, they have it on the inside, all surfaces. So anywhere it's touching your rack, it's going to have protection. One thing that I really like, and we'll talk about the one here because I'm just not going to hold this guy any longer. So this one right here, we'll talk about this. The size, it's very, very tall. So it's about 12¼ inches from top to bottom. So that's really nice. To me, that's an advantage. And the reason that's an advantage for me is you're getting a ton of backplate area here. When you bring your bar back in and hit the backplate, you're not going to miss. You've got a ton of space there. The UHNW here is also very thick and works really well. They're about 3 inches wide. So 3 inches wide, and then the depth on them is just over 3 inches as well. So they're very big. They've got a lot of size. They take up some space on the rack. You know, if that's a downside, or if you're working with a tight area, that could be a downside to you. But for me, I think they nailed it on the size on these. You really wouldn't want to go any bigger. They just get almost too big. There's a couple options, and when you do your build, you can order these in a composite roller versus you can get a nickel plated roller just like that one. And when people ask me about these, you know, which one should I get? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to recommend you go with the composite roller. And you can tell I had these in initially and actually switched them out and put the composite rollers in. And the reason for that is, and I'll show you some close-ups, is you want your roller to be the piece that wears and not your knurling, especially if you have a coated bar. Most of us have coated bars. We have some sort of coating, zinc, or we got Cerakote or something on our bars. So you really want to use the composite roller. That's the one I'm going to recommend. Unless all your bars are stainless steel, then yeah, absolutely go with the nickel solid steel roller. And the reason, again, it's just about you want a softer roller so that you don't wear out your coating or your knurling on your bar over repeated use. And when I show you the pictures on here, you will see that the knurling does dig into that composite roller, and that's its job. That's what it's supposed to do. So if it's wearing, that's a good thing. You don't want your bar wearing. Another option with these is that you can get them for a 1-inch hole rack, you can get them for a 5/8 hole rack, or even a 3/4 inch hole rack. When we talk about pricing, I'll get into pricing a little bit and just give you a basic layout on price. So for a black set with 1-inch holes, you're looking at $280 US. So $280 gets you a black set with the composite rollers, which is the ones I recommend. And you add shipping to that, it's about $38 shipped. That was to California, to my house. And shipping from Irwin Fitness, I know it's up in Canada and it kind of seems a little daunting, was really easy. These got here faster than stuff I order from Rogue. So, I mean, I was shocked how quickly they got here. And for $38 for a 24-pound set of J-cups, that's a really good deal. They were wrapped and packaged really nicely. I had no issues with that at all. Another option is you can get different colors. So these ones here are actually not red. I painted them red. These are gunmetal gray. And I'll show you a picture as I'm talking about them here. So you can get pretty much any powder coat color you want. That's going to be an added cost. Out the door, you're about $318. I have a 5% off coupon code if you use MAC5. I'll put it down in the description below. That'll get you 5% off. And that brings them to about $300 shipped to your house, including taxes, shipping, everything. So for $300 US, you're getting a very nice J-cup. I would say it is one of the best in the business right now. So I think we have 7 sets of J-cups in here and monos and everything else. And these are my go-to J-cups every time. And I'm not just saying that. I literally use all this stuff, and these are the ones that I like to use the most. Other options. Say you don't want to spend $300 on these. What's another option? Well, it's the ones that I've been using for a while. These guys right here, these Irwin Fitness roller J-cups. They're about $118 shipped, and they're very basic. They work. For the price, they're not bad. I would say if you can't afford these, you know, get into something like this for sure. Having the roller is a nice advantage. It really is. You are getting a lot more J-cup going to the Irwin Fitness one. I'll just put them kind of side by side here. And you can see the size difference is immense. You'll see the UHMW coverage is quite a bit different, and then these do not have any coverage up on the front lip. That's an additional thing you can buy from Aperture Engineering for, I think, $20 plus shipping. So, you know, you maybe with taxes and everything, you're $160 for these by the time you add all that in. One thing I don't like about these is they're very loose fitted, and they use a tensioner screw on the back. So they're a bit of a pain to have to move up and down or transfer around. For that reason, I really am hesitant to use these anymore. One other thing I'll say too is the roller mechanism on the Titan Fitness version is a piece of soft plastic over a bolt, and it rolls pretty good until you start to get some heavy weight on there, and then it's a little bit harder to roll. I've had over 400 pounds on the Irwin Fitness ones, and they don't even miss a beat. Nothing changes there. I'll also say another tip for you. If you buy the Irwin set, take out the pin for the roller and just put a couple drops of 3-in-1 oil on there, and it'll just help it roll even smoother. I mean, it's super smooth, but that'll make it even better. So that's another little tip for you there. The other comparable roller J-cup, it's the one that we're all thinking about, is from Ghost. And I really like Ghost Strong. I have one of their banners up in the gym, and there's a reason for that. They make really awesome equipment. One thing I'll say, if you're considering the Ghost ones versus the Irwin ones, the Ghost will have the option to put a block in there for a Duffalo bar. One other thing the Ghost ones have is their return roller. So they have a sloped roller. It allows the bar to come back. Cost-wise, I've priced both of them out, and the Ghost are exactly $100 more shipped to my house. So that's going to be up to you. Personally, I haven't bought the Ghost ones yet. Maybe one day I will, but I'm really liking how these turned out, and for $300, I think this is a really good deal. I think they look awesome personally. They look really good, and you can see the original color there was the gunmetal gray before I painted them red. And so yeah, these things are badass. I'll conclude the review, and I appreciate everybody that follows the channel, subscribes to the channel. Really appreciate you guys, and thank you. Stay tuned. We've got a ton more reviews coming up. I'm going to do a tour on the 8-post rack soon and an updated gym tour. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube. We'll see you later. Thanks.